and welcome back to Race Week Wrapped. This time we are here in Shanghai, China. My name's Rendell and I'm delighted to finally be back on track again with Saunders CB.
Isn't it nice? First time this season we've been able to share a race experience. Firstly, great to see you.
Likewise.
And secondly, I'm glad that you're here and we're both here because there's a lot to get into this weekend, so being able to spread the load is very welcome.
I certainly agree, because we've got a championship fight, loads of storylines to unpack, and then also, don't forget, double header, pit boost, it's going to be chaos.
If that wasn't spicy enough, have you seen the weather forecast?
I have not.
Potentially rain on Sunday for the race. What's going on, Alexa? We've had 3 double headers now where we've had wet and dry racing. We had to wait years for the first Formula E wet race, and now we potentially had almost 3 on the bounce.
It's going to be crazy, isn't it?
I know, I'm really interested to hear what the drivers have to think going into this weekend. And I know the track walk is about to start.
So I'll ask some questions. I'll cause chaos. Right.
I'm going to get a coffee, a nice one.
Is that Mr. Beast's Dan Ticktum? Is that the Dan Ticktum of Mr. Beast?
No, it's just Dan Ticktum.
Is Dan Ticktum of Mr. Beast fame?
No, it's just Dan Ticktum.
Is it pro basketballer Dan Ticktum?
No, it's definitely not that either. It's just Dan Ticktum.
Is it first time podium sitter in Formula E, Dan Ticktum?
Yeah, that bit's accurate, yeah.
There we go.
I'll take that one, yeah.
How does life feel now that you've been in a Mr. Beast video?
The same, I guess. I did get some random messages from people I've not heard from for a long time, just being like, why are you in a Mr. Beast video? It's just like, no.
Why not?
Exactly, not why am I? You know, of course I should be. No, I'm joking. We're taking a very wide line here.
Well, no, you decided this.
No, you're sort of pushing
Actually,
me.
this is your driving style. If I just keep
Over
out,
here. Oh, come on.
This is how Dan drives. I wasn't there for your podium last time out. How do you think you did that, and can you replicate it here?
Yeah, well, maybe now you've just said maybe you're bad luck. How can I replicate it? This is a very different track. I think looking at sort of how this year's panned out, I wouldn't anticipate this to be our strongest track, but I might be wrong. It's been resurfaced, we've got more, the tyres have got more grip this year, so who knows?
Hi Robin, can we have a yap?
Do we have a choice?
I mean, I might just walk next to you and put the mic in your face and I'll see if you say anything.
Okay. Hey,
That works?
Yeah.
How are you?
Jet lagged.
Oh no. Is this a good jet lag or bad jet lag for you?
Bad one.
Oh, so you're done for.
Today, yes.
What did you think of Tokyo?
Wet.
Have you heard the rumours about this weekend?
Wet.
This is something you might never have spotted before. Actually, I don't think I've seen it in person either. You see this tiny little thing down here? Yeah, that's a camera. It's the one that the drivers quite regularly run over, smash. It's almost like a challenge to see how many of them we can get through in a season. But yeah, let's see if this one survives the weekend. Things went pretty well last time out. Do you think everyone might have caught on to your little tactical strategy that did win you the race in Tokyo?
I mean, they can. I mean, the regulations changed, so they can't do it anymore. So,
Wait, tell us about how it's changed. How has that stopped people from doing what you did?
I'm not gonna tell because some people still haven't figured it out. So.
Ooh, okay, I like it. Well, then how about you feeling about coming into Shanghai then? Because it is a very different track to Tokyo.
Yeah, very different. Yeah, quite high speed. New tarmac as well this year, which looks to be quite grippy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it should be hopefully a good track for us.
Spotted. Jake Dennis. In the wild. We shall approach slowly, but carefully. You never want to anger the driver for fear of being told no to media. Let's go. Do you think you could now be the Troy Bolton of Formula E?
I don't quite have the talent of what he had at basketball, but I've got the height.
There you go.
Got the height.
I mean, you were actually fairly good yesterday. If I may, you might have been the best out of, well, the bar was low, but you were probably the best.
Yeah, the bar was low though, wasn't it? Let's be honest.
Tell me a little bit about the day job. What are we expecting from Shanghai compared to last time out?
I mean, lots of overtaking. I think Tokyo was a very good race for Formula E in general. We had that really nice balance of good strategy, whereas here it's going to be a little bit more of the peloton effect, what we've seen over the years.
Does that suit you guys?
Generally so, yeah, because we are struggling a little bit at the moment with qualifying performance. So here, qualifying is irrelevant, so we can definitely still win the race from the back. But yeah, we're obviously hoping to qualify at the front, but if we don't, it's not the end of the world, and we should have pretty good race car still.
Lovely stuff. Thank you, Jake. Hello, mate. How are you?
Good.
First things first, you got to do the show run in Shanghai city centre. What was that experience like, chucking some donuts around those streets?
Yeah, apparently it was the first time a single-seater was allowed to drive through the city, so it was nice. Obviously I didn't know what to expect. I just obviously drove around, didn't have to stop at the traffic light. It was nice.
Does the notebook still have secrets in it?
Ah, this one.
Yeah, is this a new notebook? What does that say? Oh, I can't read your handwriting.
Honestly, it's not that difficult.
It is.
No, tell me about it.
What's the exclamation mark mean?
Important.
No, I know that. What's what else was it describing?
What it says here. Just some test we did in the
Deep.
simulator.
Deep paddle reset.
Oh.
Oi, secrets.
Shit.
We're done. Race day 1, here we go. Qualifying is done and dusted. This is what you need to know. Nick Cassidy made it into the duels for the first time this season. Some really nice progress for the Jag team after honestly what's been a really tough season so far. Shout out to David Beckman from that Cooper Kiro also making it into the duels. Perhaps the most interesting storyline though is the final. It was Taylor Barnard, the rookie, going up against Maximilian Gunther. And Max, he was just dialed in today. He was on fire. Not literally, of course, but he did secure the Julius Baer pole position award. Lots of very happy Max fans behind me. So let's go to chat to some of them and see what the drivers have to say about the race this afternoon. Antonio, is this the car you've been driving today?
It felt like getting quali. No, I'm kidding.
That's so mean.
That was a little bit mean.
Maximilian Gunther, the man on pole position, how excited are you with that?
Very excited. Oh, very excited.
You are a super fan, you know that, right?
Yeah, right. I love him so much.
Is Max also your favourite driver?
Yes, very much.
Why?
He's very cute, first of all.
There's a big Maximilian Gunther fan group here in China. We've got so many little fun trinkets and amazing things from the fans. Look at this! What's it like to have this kind of support here?
Yeah, it's really amazing. And actually, when you look at the grandstand, I'm seeing
a few flags.
My name and stuff and flags. On the grandstand every time I'm in the garage. So yeah, it's a great feeling.
Ollie, mate, first things first. I'm loving the new telephone device you've got.
Yeah, it's a cat toy.
Do you have a cat?
Yeah, I've got 3 cats.
3 cats?
You didn't know?
I didn't know you had cats. This is
They used to be. Since I had a daughter, I don't post about them as much anymore.
I'm glad the priorities have changed ever so slightly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
David, can we get a haul, please? What have you got?
Yeah, we got a lot. We got
It's like what's in my basket, you know?
Yeah, we got a dragon, some bracelets with my name on.
Very nice.
This is also good.
What are you going to do with that?
Holding up on the grid, maybe.
Are you big in China?
Apparently, yes.
Who is this?
Baby Robin.
Baby Robin?
Yes.
It's cute. Do you think it will bring him luck?
Of course, he really needs some luck. Especially this season.
We're leaving that in. Taylor Barnard, Tay. Talk us through your haul, please, first and foremost.
Honestly, I've not had time to look at it. I think most of it is wishing me happy birthday, which of course I'm very thankful for. Yeah, what can I say other than thank you?
Teammate on teammate violence, never a good start to the weekend. Zayn, we can't interview Zayn anymore. We've got plan B. He said he's very grateful to be here and he loves Formula E. He's going to win all the races for the rest of the season. Championship charge incoming.
Yes.
Just give us a smile with Mini Zayn.
Well, I have to do the same thing.
Oh, is he? I think it's uncanny. Can I just get a quote on what this is?
It's a turkey. Because of my Oliver Turvey.
Oliver Turkey.
Good.
Yeah, right, that was funny. Thank you. All right, it is that time again. We're about to go and head on the grid and see what we can see. This one here in Shanghai is always really cool. Let's go. This is the man on pole position, Maximilian Gunther. I've seen him walking around the grid. The guy is full focus to the point that I actually can't find him to show him to you. What I can show you, check out this, the double helmet setup. And I'm not too sure why he's got 2 down here. It might be that he didn't find the onboard camera comfy enough earlier. They might have had them making some adjustments, but also a lot of the time, they'll have 2 helmets to have 2 visors. Depending on how bright it is, depends on how dark they need the visor. The man in second place, Taylor Barnard. Well, he's starting in second. We'll see where he ends up. Currently chatting with team principal Ian James. This is his first time here in Shanghai, and it'll be his first time experiencing the chaos that is this race. So it might give him advantage. He might be coming in with fresh eyes. or this could prove really challenging for him. We'll have to see how things play out. But don't forget, it's his 21st birthday tomorrow. He's going to want to start things off in style. The best qualifying so far this season for Nick Cassidy. And right next to him, is reigning Drivers' World Champion, Pascal Wehrlein. This is a battle you don't want to miss. And one more place I obviously had to stop was in front of Mr. Oliver Rowland's car. He's right in the thick of it here, in what we call the jungle. He could easily get caught up in an incident. And despite having a 77-point lead, the largest in Formula E history at this point in the season, he cannot afford to be dropping points. Because don't forget, everything can change in one weekend here in Formula E. You see that? That's 2 DS Penske cars on the podium. And I think if you'd said that to me about 10 laps to go in the race, honestly, I wouldn't have believed you. It was the most extraordinary finish, and you need to go and watch the highlights if you haven't already. DS Penske 1-2, Maximilian Gunther, Jean-Marie Verne, followed by Taylor Barnard. Kind of feel for Dan Ticktum. He really sort of deserved a podium there, but came in P4 having started on the last row of the grid. What a drive, what a comeback, and now we look ahead to tomorrow. We're singing in the rain, ladies and gentlemen, because it's race day part 2. And yeah, my crystal ball was completely right. It's absolutely sodden out here. The wind's coming through. We've had to move session times because of how bad this weather is, but hopefully we will still get a race. But let's talk about what we did already do today, and that was qualifying. No Jules, but we did see Nick Cassidy taking his first pole position of the season. Pascal Wehrlein in second, Antonio Felix da Costa in third. And shout out Lucas Di Grassi, his best qualifying of the season with P4. Now, let's look ahead to the race and go ask some drivers about what they're feeling in the autograph session. Hello, Dan. I think the internet might be quite a big fan of the fact that you were sat in your car watching Call of Duty.
Well, good, I'm glad.
Well, I'm glad he's... there we go, look, driver's eye view.
Oh, he's playing a video game, that's brilliant.
Is that like your zenning out thing? Is that what you decided to do?
No, it just kept getting delayed, and you know, I didn't have enough time to get out of the car and take my helmet off, because then I would have had to get straight back in. So just took my gloves off and I just said, can I have my phone, and I'll just watch some videos and sit in the car.
Do you think it might be raining?
Actually, on the strategy now, my engineer said, it looks like the track will be wet for the race. I was like, really?
Maybe, potentially.
That's a good analysis after 1 hour looking at the computer.
How's your experience going to see you into this afternoon? Think you can capitalise on this?
Honestly, I think the race is going to be a bit chaotic. We're going to try our best to score points or to fight for the podium. We're going to go for it. We have very little to lose. But still, let's see how the weather plays out. I think at least a couple of laps in safety car will be mandatory at the beginning to clear a bit of the water.
Happy birthday to you. Happy. Should I keep going? Happy birthday. How long will it take you just to sit there and cringe for the happy birthday singing?
3 seconds.
Unnecessary. How's your birthday been so far?
Pretty wet.
Oh yeah.
It was an early start as well, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to drive. I'm just happy.
He's just happy to be in a car, right?
Of course.
Ah! Yes, very informative. Yeah. Nick Cassidy, pole sitter here in Shanghai. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does sound good. Didn't expect it. Car was great today. Really happy with that performance. I just really want a straightforward race. I just don't want to be taken out.
Hey, you're at the front. That means you just got to get out the way.
Yeah, I thought I was at the front yesterday.
Hey, what? You're not having a bad weekend, are you? P6 to start on this race. It's in the right spot.
I don't think you can really plan a race like this.
You've got all the way down to Plan Z currently.
I think the best plan is not to have any plan. Stay out of trouble, make position when you can, and hope for the best.
So we didn't get to speak to Stoffel or Jake, but so I thought I'd bring you the next best thing. I could do a little Stoffel number. I could do a little Jake number. I wonder if either of these two will be looking like this after the race. We'll have to head to the grid first, but you're going to be in the very capable hands of Saunders CB for that. So, Saunders, how's the weather looking?
In answer to your question, Alexa, yes, it is still raining. Although, let's have a quick test. Not as much as it was before. There is still quite a lot of standing water on the circuit, and we've been waiting quite a long amount of time to figure out what this race is going to be doing. It's been delayed and delayed and delayed, but finally we're here on the grid, ready to go. I don't think the drivers are going to be getting out their cars. It's going to be a very quick grid procedure. Just a reminder of the rules, they need to do at least 2 laps of green racing without a safety car to get half points, but if you want to get the full points, it has to be 75% of the original race distance to get full points. So we don't know what's going to happen yet. You guys do, you've got the advantage of being in the future. But yeah, we're on the grid. It's still exciting. I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to be confident. This race is going ahead and it's going to be great. So here we are, Lucas Grassi, another good qualifying performance, with the very difficult conditions today and a bit of an unusual qualifying.
Yes, it was tricky today in the morning with no free practice, or with only 2 free laps in free practice. In qualifying he managed to do 1 proper lap, and this was a really good one. So he did a good job, the team did a fantastic job. Clearly in these conditions you have to bring everything together, and now we're in position 4.
Short but sweet grid today because we had those delays for the race start with very little time in the grid, but the drivers are in their cars. The lights will be going green in just a few moments and we can get this show on the road. I'm going to be optimistic, I'm going to be confident. We're going to get going and it's going to be a good race. Hopefully that proves to be true.
And what a great race and what a great weekend we've ended up having. I'm joined now by Saunders CV and the legend that is John Jackson. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. Right, I think there's far too much for us to unpack and talk through everything. How about we do, and we'll be harsh, some winners and losers?
Ooh, I like that. Okay.
Okay. John, always hard to go first. Why don't you start us off?
Yeah, okay. I'm actually going to balance. I don't want to call anyone a loser because that doesn't seem like a very positive way to end the weekend.
The fun.
So I'm going to balance it out by picking my winner first.
Okay.
Maximilian Günther, winning his 2nd race of the season. He's moved teams to DS. He's got used to that car very quickly. He won back in Jeddah and he won the race, the first race of the weekend yesterday. Great victory for him. Obviously brilliant that Jev managed to go from 5th to 2nd on the last lap. But Maximilian Günther is my winner. My loser is Maximilian Günther.
Oh!
Cheating assistant.
Starting today 5th. Where did he finish?
Nowhere. DNF.
Did not finish. Not his fault, but he's still technically a loser. So therefore I've cancelled out the winner and the loser, and therefore I've not insulted anybody. How are you guys?
Well played, well played. Okay, I'm just going to go with the normal winner and loser. Winner, Nick Cassidy. Winner, Jagger Strong,
Makes
Nick
sense.
Cassidy. That's a tragedy steps joke. That, no, gone? Yeah, okay, you got it then.
I got it, I'm old enough, yeah.
Yeah, obviously that wet race today, not just the wet race, but the practice, the quali, Nick Cassidy was just on another level today. We actually saw the Cassidy that we know and love. We've seen on the podium so many times in the past few seasons, but not this season. But I do think a lot of that has been down to misfortune and bad luck.
Sure.
So he's very much a winner today, and I'm actually going to go ahead and say he's going to be a winner again this season. When it comes to loser, I'm actually going to say, weirdly, even though he is still top of the driver standings, Oliver Rowland. Because he might be the winner at the end of the story, but right now, this weekend in isolation, he could have extended his lead a lot more. It's a circuit that definitely suits his style. Wet racing certainly suits his style. He didn't really capitalise on either. And one thing he did let happen was lose Nissan the lead in the team standings. It's only by a point, but now Porsche are ahead by a point.
Yeah.
And they're kind of inadvertently another winner, I would say, of Pascal Wehrlein and Antonio Felix da Costa, because what they've done for the team is really bring that fight to Nissan. They're at 1 point better than them, but also bridge the gap a little bit in the driver standings as well. So winner, Cassidy and Porsche, loser, Rowland. For now, I think he'll be a winner again soon.
I'm going to go a bit more niche with my winners and losers. I'm going to start off with Lucas di Grassi as my winner. The steps that Lola have made this season has been absolutely undeniable. Now 3-point scores, and for him to come away disappointed with 9th from where they were at the start of the year, I think shows and is a real testament to the progress they were making and their best quality of the season today. So great progress from the guys. You love to see it. I feel really bad calling this guy a loser because I know it'll come back to bite me, but it's Dan Ticktum. I know. And hear me out here, because actually I think he'll probably agree with me that yesterday he went from the back of the grid up to 4th. He was gutted, truly heartbroken to miss out on that podium. But still, what a sensational drive. And I think that shows the steps that the team have made throughout this year. Then you look at today, they just didn't have the package, right? They couldn't put it all together when it matters. And I think they'll take a lot away from this. They've learned about what they need to do better with their car in the wet. And hopefully if we have any more wet races this year, they'll learn from it. So it's a gentle calling him a loser.
And of course he got the podium last time out. He just missed out on the podium this time.
Yeah.
I think a win is on the horizon.
I think
Does that
so.
take to at some
I think
point?
so.
Yeah, happy ending on the way for him.
But also, just that you said about future wet races. Have you seen Jakarta is very wet at the moment?
Oh no.
Who knows? It might not be that case in a few weeks, but it's very wet right now.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
I
yeah.
look forward to bringing my poncho all the way to Indonesia. Because actually, guys, we go racing in what, 3 weeks' time? The final single header of the season. It's going to be thrilling, exciting, and one that you do not want to miss.